Hello, everybody. I got more stuff. Yeah, I wanted to talk about this simple because I'm actually a little bit ahead of this, but I wanted to sit on it and see. It's like, okay, what is this? What does it feel? Because I just don't want my reviews to be too much just, oh, it's so great, it's so fantastic. Though I will say my Volume 4 review was very much my opinions. I thought it was a good, not great volume. It was very middle almost, at least for My Hero Academia. But hey, we're back now with My Hero Academia Volume 5. Of course, with Todoroki here in front. Sorry if I'm butchering his name weirdly. Just for some reason when I say that, I just want that they had like these. I don't know what that accent was. Don't stab me. I can't help it. No, I was looking forward to this mostly because of the fact Todoroki was on front. Because, one, it went away from the UAA, or UA, pretty much Olympic thing that was kind of dorky, a nice way to describe it, to an actual just tournament system. And I was really getting into it, especially seeing some of Todoroki's stuff and kind of learning a little bit about his backstory. This really delves into it, and you get to learn a lot more about him and also why he considers Deku, or Meteor, or however you pronounce his name. I'm stupid. I'm going to call him Deku because that's why I've been known him as since the beginning of the entire freaking thing. But you get to learn more about why he sees Deku as very much a rival, but not the rival like Bakugan looks at him, or Bakugan looks at him as a rival to destroy. Todoroki looks at Deku as a rival to push himself higher and better and faster and harder and all that. And that's very, very interesting. That's a much more interesting character than Bakugo is. Though there's more about Bakugo as well, which I was not expecting at all. Like, come on, he's on the freaking cover. You gotta expect there's gonna be some stuff about him. And also, you get to learn something else about this wonderful guy. I can't pronounce his name correctly. Ida, I think is his name. I think Ida. I'm dumb. I will say I'm dumb, and I'm going. People, people are like, oh, actually, I might also be calling him the wrong name because, again, I'm dumb. But you get to learn more about his brother. Though I think the next volume just lets you know it gives more about his brother and more about his reasons to want to be a superhero. And that's the one thing that I'm actually the most interested in. Most of y'all have not ever read my blog that I wrote I used to write on almost all the time because I did constant movie reviews and all that. I talked about the film Watchmen and my own problems with it and the actual comic it's based on. And it's one of the things that I had to ask near the middle, and it was probably one of my more profound moments, even though I don't tend to have too many of those. Dumb, I told you. It all has to deal with the fact of, why do these people want to be heroes? In the Watchmen movie, it makes less sense. In the comic book, it makes a little bit, or my request, why do they want to be heroes is even more profound, I think. Though in the movie, it really makes a lot of, like, hey, why? Because just because you have powers does not mean you have to be a hero. And that is something that kind of touches on, like, why do all these characters want to do what they want to do? Such as you learn from Volume 4 and what actually helped to hold it up. I'm sorry I can't remember her name, but the young lady who she can, like, touch things and she can make them float. Like, she pretty much remove their gravity and all that. Her want, it seems silly in the first, she's like, oh, I want to do it for money, but it's not money for her, it's for her family. It's like, that's actually kind of interesting, especially considering this is a world where heroes are paid and all this and that. Todoroki, it's a lot more to it than that. I'm going to spoil a little, sorry those who have not read it, but when they're up on volume like 16, 17 now, go read it. It's like, I've been doing nothing but praising this series almost the entire time, with the exception of Volume 4, which I think is a bad first half and a really good second half. Sorry, it is what it is. But with Todoroki, there is more of almost a chance to want to prove his father wrong. And you get to learn a lot more about him and his relationship with his father and his mother, which is unfortunately insanely tragic. Like, though it's not tragic like you would expect in normal anime tropes. There is tropes that could have been used, but you see they actually the writer went a little bit of a different route, and I'm like, cool. That's really cool. There is, you could probably lean and maybe say, it's a sword like this if you squint and look at it from a different angle. Yeah, you gotta look at it really weirdly. But other than that, it's like, this is very much its own story, its own unique perspective on wanting to prove yourself right and also dealing with the tragedy of dealing with your mother. Or especially somebody who has had any kind of their own personal issues or whatnot with a family member, whether it be a mother or whatnot. Somebody's really close to them like that. I think it's easy to sympathize with Todoroki, and not only that, but really get him. And hell, even his fight eventually he has with Bakugo, is really damn good. Not just in terms of like the choreography, like I have to talk about the story a little bit, and that's the reason why I kind of have to spoil this, because I think we all know that the art is really damn good in this entire series. There's not a bad bit of art throughout all 5, actually at this point, 6 volumes I've read. I have not come across a piece of art go, ugh, it looks terrible. I go, it doesn't look right. I mean, there's points where I'll just go back through and just reread it just because I'm like, this was so good. The art is so cool. The fucking fighting is really good. So I need to praise about something else. Let's praise about the story here. That's fantastic. Deku, I'm going to call him that. He does take a back seat, but that's fine to allow, a volume that's completely devoted to other characters and their character development. And because of that, you get some really good character development. And for Todoroki, you get to really see what makes him tick. And you also get to see a lot of shit about his father that makes something in 6 really, really interesting. And also puts certain things in different lights. Just to talk a little bit about 6, you get to actually see his father in action. And that's actually kind of neat, because his father kind of comes off as nothing but a dick. But you learn a little bit more about his father, especially in 6. And this stuff kind of begins to spark about him. I'm like, there's more to this guy than just being an absolute cocksucker. So, yeah, hell yeah, I really enjoyed this. This is a hell of a pickup from 4. Those who are wondering if the tournament arc was going to pick up, oh yeah, dude. There's not a single thing that I think was done wrong in here. Some people who are like me, big Deku fans, might say, oh, well, Deku should have won and blah. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? All I know is that this was a fantastic read. This was such a pickup, like I said, from 4. Where 4 I thought was very middling at points. This just feels like a full in your face. Like, all right, here's just character development, great writing, great action, give it all. Very much like 2 and most of 3 was. Which, if you have a problem with volume 2 or 3, why you still reading it? Yeah, it's... Go read it if you have not had a chance to. Or if you're wondering, is this going to do any good? Yeah, go read it. It's so much better. I was kind of hesitant at first, but once I dug into it, I think I reread this volume like 5 times. I reread it and found more bits and pieces here and there that I was just, loving so much. Alright, enough filleting the book. Give volume 5, give My Hero Academia and give it all a shot. If you love superheroes, you're going to love this shit. This is some of the best grade A superheroing stuff that I've seen in a long time. I mean, that includes stuff from the big 2. Oh, I did almost like that. I'm becoming E.T. So, hey, I will be back with another long-running series that I've been needing to talk about for a bit. So, until then, everybody, I'll see y'all later. So, bye-bye, everybody.